The other day, I was asked a simple question. What is important to you? Other than the obvious being family and friends, I find sports and being an athlete very important to me. It makes me work hard, not only during practices and games, it also keeps me in line, meaning I get workouts in to stay ready, I get my schoolwork done on time, and I have a good sleep schedule. I've been a three-sport athlete since seventh grade. You learn a lot about yourself in sports. I think the sport that I learned the most about myself would have to be wrestling. Wrestling is just the hardest sport in general, and it's the only sport where you can flat out say you hate it, but when it's over, you will be devastated by it. The People ask me why I wrestle. I wrestle because reaching goals makes it all worth it. This year I made it to the state tournament, which was one of my goals, and that is an experience I will never forget. Just walking out of the tunnels is something that is super hard to describe, and I'm gonna try to, but I don't know if I can remake it the way I saw it. Being an Albany wrestler, we don't get a lot of fans at our games, so it's different than the state tournament, which is obviously packed with a bunch of people. So walking out of the tunnels, like first you notice all of the lights from the XL Energy Center, and then all the people there is just crazy. After you get past all that, you still have to go wrestling. It's just an unreal experience. I did not place this year, but next year that's my goal. Another sport I love is baseball. I've loved that sport since I don't know how little I was, but it's just been part of me. Um, Baseball, ironically, is my favorite sport, but is the only sport where I've been injured and missed a season. Um, that injury, it is 100% my fault. It was an indoor practice, and I was just having fun, and I slid right into somebody leading with my hand, and I ended up breaking a bone. But during that practice, I didn't want to believe I had a broken bone, so I tried to play the practice out. First, we had to field some ground balls, and that hurt a little bit, but then we had to go hit in the cages, and ooh, I could not swing a bat with two hands. Um, the coaches eventually caught on and asked me what was wrong. I told them that my hand hurt a lot, and they said, yeah, you should probably go see a doctor. So I went to the doctor, and they told me I broke my scaphoid. And that hurt because I love baseball, and I ended up missing the whole school ball season and a lot of summer ball. But eventually, I came back for the state tournament for Babe Ruth, and we won that, which was great. But then we got to play on the next level, and we won that, which was great. And then we went to the World Series, and that was just another one of those unreal experiences. You got to spend 10 days in Washington with your friends. Football is my third sport, and if you haven't realized yet, I'm telling a story from all my sports. Football, this year we had one loss on the season, which some people might think is good, but that one loss might have made it that much worse. Football, you don't really get to redeem your losses for another week, so they hurt that much more, and we still haven't got to redeem our loss from Piers. Piers, that was a highly anticipated game for us. Everyone expected the winner of that game to win state, and they did, but the winner wasn't us. And even though we lost that game, we still had a brotherhood in football. Everyone loved each other, and the significance of the word mud means nothing to anybody but football players. We chanted mud at halftime of one of our games, and it was just one of the muddy ones. Kind of funny, but it was serious at the same time. And sports in general have just grown me as a person. I really have enjoyed being a part of a team since I was little. And I don't know, the early mornings to the late nights, just seeing the end result makes the grind all worth it. And here are my note cards.